and it's a big one. But the cue ball is hanging on by a thread. Oh my goodness. I don't know how that ball hasn't fell yet. That is insane. And nonetheless, a ball down. I have a feeling we are in for an absolutely crazy wild ride. Stephen Wyatt and Simon Webb for commentary. And it is our second to last match of the night. Simon, it's been a wild one.
It's been really wild. I feel like it's just flattened out over the last match or two. I mean, that Bergman Matlock match was fantastic. The match we've just seen, a little bit flatter. Tom wasn't quite himself in that match, there's no doubt about it. I briefly caught him. We obviously haven't got time to interview him now that the day's gone, a little bit behind, so we're just motoring through now. But brief chat with him. He just, for whatever reason, he was just a touch flat and didn't really find his rhythm. But he'll be back for the final against one of these two players.
Well, and this is an interesting start to this rack.
Yeah, and this sort of rack early in the match will just take a little bit of a chunk out of the clock. We've got 30 minutes to start, race to 6, but just take a little piece out of it. Although that's an excellent shot from Justin. It was such a good match against Dave Matlock. It really was so enjoyable.
It was phenomenal. Having Ricky Evans in here to really break down the patterns. He's another good pattern play guy. Having him here to break down the patterns, it was great to watch.
Oh, I think for a second he thought it scratched inside.
That's not ideal at all. Is he going to try and thin this and come down and break everything out? Or is he going to play for the 7? Oh.
He's working very hard, but he is clinging on to this chance. That was an excellent recovery. I wouldn't say he's back in perfect position, but he's back in position where he can make the 7 and get shape.
I think he's given himself a much better chance with where he's gotten on that.
I'd be delighted with the outcome.
Still a little unsure, for good reason. I think initially he wanted to go 2 rails up the table just a little bit to play the 5 in the bottom right, but I think he's now decided against that. Oh no, he's actually still going to run that, so this is the shot that determines if he can make it out of this rack alive. And that was a really good shot there. He's played himself into a position where he can get out of this rack. Not as time consuming as I'd expect, but still, a decent little chunk off the clock.
Yeah, it's going to be over, well, around the 5-minute mark, isn't it?
Still has to deal with this. Not too far.
Oh, no good. No good.
Yeah, and this makes things tough. Is he going to try and cut this in the corner? I feel like the cue ball's going for a ride like that. Oh, and he played it with just a beautiful touch. Wow.
Good opening break from Justin. Not a great layout. 7's an issue if he goes for solids.
I think it passes by the 14 in the
Do you
corner.
think? Oh, okay.
It's possible.
Well, he's going to go stripes anyway, so stripes aren't bad.
I guess with taking stripes, he doesn't have to worry about it passing because he's got a clean shot at it. Well, and this is pretty clean cut. Just got to make a decent shot here and avoid anything crazy. No time fouls, no shirt fouls. And he's going to kick things off with a lead. Just got to squeeze through the rest of this rack.
Yeah, making very light work of this rack, isn't he?
Yeah, I feel like he was trying to get a little bit better shape on the 9, but he's just going to switch it up and play the 12. I don't know if he was trying to get shape on the 9 ball, but it sure looked like he was.
I think the plan was to go the other way around, to go the way he's going, as in just gets you better shape on the 8.
Yeah.
But I think he just wanted another roll or two up the table, so he wasn't forcing it off the rail. It didn't matter.
Quick start here. Chris has had probably one of the more successful breaks throughout the shootout.
Oh, that's a great break. Deserves a good layout.
The balls are laying well, but does he have a good opening shot?
I was thinking the same myself. He wants to be solids. He's got one in the side by the looks of things. Yeah.
I wasn't sure that ball went, so now he's really in a good spot.
This should be his way to get a rack on the board. They are. The first shot was everything, wasn't it? Once he made that was the only one that you feel was going to be a challenge. He's got it in, and I mean, guess what? Slight question mark over the 8 going up the table, so just needs to come up above it. But
yeah, the way he's moved the cue ball around in his last couple of matches, I feel like he'll be okay. Just got to figure out the best way to do it.
yeah, I like the way he's going here.
I definitely like that shot.
Yeah. But the 2 in the side was always the way to get high on the 8 ball, and if he goes to bottom left first, just brings the stripe into play.
Maybe a little timid here. I believe he came out okay. Exactly what he needed there. Chris Mitchell goes back to just trailing by 1.
Eight ball going for a ride.
It's almost like we brought it into fruition.
Yeah. The only difference is it flew in at the end of that first match, but it's a good break though from Justin, and a layout he'll be happy with.
Is he eyeing up the solids? Because I feel like the stripes. The 14 ball doesn't really have a great spot, so
yeah, I like the
that's why
solids.
he's taking it. Yeah,
all the way. There's no issues on solids whatsoever.
And Justin really just kind of taking his time trying to figure out where he wants to, how he wants to run this pattern.
That's a slightly loose one, just got a little deep for me. But
Yeah,
it won't cause him an issue.
Definitely wanted more angle. This has been one of the most incredible shootout events we've ever had, and we're not even to the finals yet. And we still have 2 more full days of pool.
Yeah, there's a lot to come. And of course the mixed pairs tomorrow night, the mixed pairs shootout, new event for Ultimate Pool USA. I think we're all looking forward to that. Justin will be playing. He's in action.
Yeah, I think the cool story there is David Matlock and his wife Peggy are playing together, and she was really excited about it. I talked to her for just a second, and she's going to enjoy it, I think.
Yeah. Well, just getting deep on the previous positional shot means he had to work hard on this one and didn't quite come up as far as he wanted. So he's working very hard at the back end of this finish.
Really got himself out of the trouble that he was in. He just needs to make one more good shot to get on the 8 ball. You can't play this loose. That's perfect. Wow, did he hit that ball good.
Absolutely brilliant from Justin Bergman once again. Trading break and runs at the moment for Chris at 2 behind to do the same. And he makes the ball, and that was the layout. Not bad. Not bad.
9 ball's in a weird spot.
I think the 9 ball is in a weird spot, but I think the solids are good here.
And do you like playing the combination on the 2 ball to get the 9 ball out of the way?
Depends. I think, can you not play the 3 off the 2? Pop it into play. There we go.
Okay, that was a clever shot. I wasn't sure if he had enough angle to really move it.
Played it maybe a fraction firmer than I was expecting, but it's worked out.
Played that well. A little scary trying to get down there, but came out well.
He's got a decision to make here, really, hasn't he? How is he going to go about the way these connect? The stripes are all kind of in the way. It looks easy, but it just needs some thought.
I think the key here is he needs to handle the 2 and the 5 pretty quickly. I don't think he needs to wait till the end for those.
Which he can do now, but he's going to have to hit a gap.
I personally prefer the 2 there, but...
Yeah, I was with you, because I don't like... Even if he hits the gap, I don't like the 2 up the table.
Yeah, and I definitely don't... I don't want a chance getting straight on it when I need to come back up the table like that. He's got a little bit of angle, so that definitely helps. He's going to play just a little bit of top right and try and come around 2 or 3 rails. Oh, is he drawing? Okay, no, we're good.
Little shy.
It could have done to be a few rolls further, but I think he'll be okay. This is just the stun. Just needs to hold the cue ball. Don't want to come too far out. Could even come 2 rails, but oh wow.
And that was coming up just a little bit short on the previous shot. Just makes that just that fraction harder, and it costs him.
I feel like in that situation, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I might have let my cue ball run 2 rails across to promote the ball going in the hole. Anytime you put it outside on the ball, it can keep it from going in the hole. A little spin on the object ball can hurt you when you're trying to go into a pocket with a semi-deep shelf. And these Brunswicks definitely do have a little bit of a shelf on them.
This rack hinges on Justin getting good shape on either of the 2 balls at the top of the table, really.
This is a very pivotal shot here. Taking the 15. He's going to need to be left well on his next ball. Good news is he's got options. If he rolls too far on one, he'll have the other, but
yeah, just ideal, isn't it?
I don't know if he could have taken ball in hand and felt better about it. Just a little bit of angle on that shot to really help him be able to cut that ball in the pocket. That was a really, really nice run. Unfortunate mistake for Chris, but I think it was just a small error, and it really cost him. Oh, and this is not a good break at all. And it's not good for Chris coming to the table. This could be a really time-consuming rack.
We've got 12.5 minutes left, three racks behind for Chris. The thing is, you have to win the rack, so you don't want to throw anything away. Caution to the wind. It's too early for that. You've got to play normal pool here.
Yeah, if you try to speed around too early and you make a mistake because of it, it can't help you. I mean, so I think Chris's strategy here really needs to be just trying his best to think about what he's doing and get out of this rack and give himself a shot.
Well, that was an excellent shot. Opens up the strike, so they actually all do go now. There is a route out, fairly comfortable route out as well.
That was a really good shot.
Especially you can take the 10 down the table.
Yeah, take the 10, get the 14 out of the way, but
he's decided to leave the 14. I don't like that.
And it's kind of a double-edged sword, because if he takes the 14, once again, he's got to travel around all the solids to get to his next ball, which is what cost him in the last rack. But I don't think you can play the 14 and then go back up for the 8. So I feel like he made a bad decision there, especially if he's leaving it till last. And you don't really want to go 14 to the 15. He's well, it's all going to hinge on this. He's got to get around the 2 and the 4. Oh, and he played it perfect. I thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult of a shot there.
Yeah, very good.
When this is the start that Chris Mitchell needed on the comeback. We're just almost to the 10-minute mark.
Oh, it's certainly a big break.
Wow.
How good is that?
All in the same corner.
Yeah, and a really good layout as well.
And there we are, under the 10-minute mark. After this shot, everything will be a 15-second shot clock. Chris has done a really good job in this rack of giving himself a chance at this match.
I was just thinking he was 3-1 down to Shane Thompson and was able to put it around. 4-1 down to Justin Bergman, so don't count him out.
And you know, not talking bad about Shane, but Shane hasn't been quite as successful as Justin has. Justin's been playing a whole lot better than I feel like Shane has. So, you know, the comparison is definitely there. He was able to make that comeback, but I think the comeback against Justin is always going to be more difficult.
Yeah, he's got that one horribly wrong.
And you can't make a mistake like that when you're trying to make the comeback. There's no real good safety here. Well, he went for a little bit of a flyer. Is he going to get paid off for it?
Not really, is he? I mean, even if Justin has to play a safe, it should still be fine.
That's a really good shot there by Justin. Going to give himself an opportunity at ball in hand here. And I feel like you're going to see Chris give a solid pace at this one.
Yeah, there's no more rules infringements. There's no benefit this time to doing it. There was a benefit for doing it in the last situation, which is why it was played, I suspect, although he did say it was a miscue, but that should spell the end of the frame, giving away ball in hand, and Justin with an easy run out here to go on the hill.
And you really got to give it up for Chris, because he has played very well to get to this position. I think a few mistakes with his pattern play have hurt him. And it definitely looks like Justin's going to be the first one to the hill. And we're almost to the point of no return. You would have to see some crazy things happen for Chris to get back in this match, which we have seen them today. So it's not impossible. It's very unlikely. Justin will be breaking at the opportunity on the hill to run out for the win with no time involved, if he can get the 10 and the 8 ball down.
Another one that gets away from Chris Mitchell.
Watch the 8 ball.
Just giving it a little ride this time. Still a good break. And a good opportunity to wrap it up.
Can he get to the 7 ball? Yeah, he can. Yeah, this looks pretty cut and dry for Justin here. That's a good shot there by Justin. Really good control of the cue ball. Another good shot. It's kind of a scary shot right there. Some stuff could have gone wrong, but he's going to have to move the cue ball around because the 8-ball doesn't go in the top right.
I'm surprised he didn't take this one out earlier, but back himself to play that beautiful positional shot. And how about that?
Good
2
shot.
rolls short of perfection. Fantastic. This 8-ball for his best win scoreline wise. Really high quality ball once again from Justin Bergman.
Absolutely. There it is.
And the Denver Shootout Champion is into another final, and he has a familiar foe in that final. Tom Cousins will take on Justin Bergman for the title.